Hey everybody! Okay, welcome back to the vlog for Project 6-8, and I'm Kylie Owens if you haven't caught on yet, but I won't hold it against you if you didn't know my name. Not many people do. So, this week we are going to, or this study, we are going to talk about enjoying the journey. And I wrote this, probably back in 2018, like everything else. And this study was actually inspired by one of my favorite people in the whole world, Joanna Gaines. If you didn't know that, I was going to say that already. But this is her quote. Whatever it is you might be anticipating this season, here's to savoring the waiting as much as the outcome. And I think it's so important to remember this. We always get so anxious for the next thing, for the end goal, but we actually miss out on the majority of the process. And guess what? You grow during the process, and that's how you reach the goal. And like take life for example, if something doesn't happen, like the main goal doesn't happen for 3 years and you're just focusing so hard on the end and you're not enjoying the days in between, you just missed out on like 3 years of your life, and that is not going to come back. So it's even in the waiting, we need to be present and just worship God and thank Him for everything. And so I think all of us can relate to this in one way or another. And just think of a time where maybe you were like an emotional wreck, or you were just very anxious about reaching this certain goal that you have. And but instead, we should just focus on God in every single day during the process, and then we will reach that goal. And you know what's even better? So once you reach that goal, you look back at all of the time that happened between, and you look and see how much you've actually grown as a person. And it's just a cool thing to see yourself grow. It's like, just like you love watching the kids in your life and the children in your life grow. It's really amazing to see yourself grow, because you see yourself every day and you might not notice it. But one day when you reach something and you reach that thing you were working towards and reaching that goal, you look back and you think, whoa, look what God did, and look what He helped me do. Look how much I've grown. And God, I think, will lay this on all of our hearts at one point or another. And during this time, a year or so ago, He did lay this on my heart. And just being able to live in the moment instead of just living in the future, it is so relieving and so more enjoyable, I should say, than it is to just constantly wish that you were there. So now I'm just not focusing on the outcome and pouting about not being there yet. I am loving the climb to the top of it. I'm loving the climb to the top of the mountain that has been put in front of me. And the mountains that I've been praying for, they have either crumbled or they're shivering and they're about to drop, or they're still standing still. But that's okay, because I know that I can do it. And the excitement of a mountain starting to shiver is like a kid having free range in a candy store, because you start to just see a little movement and you just want to celebrate, and it's almost like you already reached the end. So when you celebrate the little movements each and every day of the process, you're going to just be a happier person. And so when that mountain goes from shivering to crumbling, look out, because I am going to praise and worship God for being with me and catching me every time I fall on my way to the peak. And I think that's how each and every one of us should live. We need to thank God for the little things as just as much as the big things. You teeter up to it, and it's still God. It doesn't matter how big or how small. He is the one producing. And so this has been something that I've been living by for a couple of years, because this is something that the Spirit spoke to me. And it was, sometimes you must climb a little higher on the mountains you have been praying to be moved. And when I heard that from the Lord, I instantly started sobbing, because in just all the things that were happening in my life at that very moment. But now I can see so many mountains that have crumbled because of God, and because of the continuous prayer, and because of the growth, and because of enjoying the everyday, and so knowing and gaining wisdom. I don't consider myself a wise person still, but just gaining and having the wisdom that some journeys will take longer than others. You can't base yourself on past personal journeys, and you can't also base yourself in your journey off of somebody else's journey, because it does not work. Believe me. He created you to be able to tackle whatever life throws at you. And here is some realistic advice. You are going to stumble, and you are going to fail, and that is life. But please, oh please, do not stop climbing. Do not stop trying, because I promise you will get there eventually. I don't know how long it will take, but I promise if God is with you on the climb, He will get you there. And if you are faithful to Him, and if you constantly are putting Him first, He will get you to where you need to be. It might look completely different from what you imagine, but guess what? It's going to be better. I promise that. And so whatever your mountain might be, please stop focusing on just the peak. Start focusing on the footholds and the handholds that are going to take you there, because if you just focus on the outcome, you're going to miss out on all the beautiful things that God has in store for you. Here's a verse from Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So I know everybody is currently climbing a mountain of some sort, but know that I'm praying for you. I might not know your specific situation, but I'm praying for you and for God to work in your life. And I just want you to remember to always lean on God, and through the good and the bad. So I'll wrap this up, and much love to you, and God bless.